All right, moving on to brain damage now. I would have watched Basket Case 3 first, but I forgot it today when I went to work. I had the disc in the K, whatever, and I had this on me, so I watched this one. So that's why I'm watching these a little out of order, but it doesn't really matter. Now, this is my favorite Frank Henenlotter movie. I haven't seen Bad Biology yet, granted, but I doubt it's going to be better than this for some reason. So I'd love to be wrong because I love this movie, so why wouldn't I want to love a movie more? The main reason I love this movie is because of Elmer. Not Elmer, Aylmer. He is hilarious. There's so much dialogue in this from him that is so funny. His character, his voice, sounds like a Family Guy character or something. I love Elmer in this movie. Especially the scene with him and Brian, when Brian's first realizing that he has helped him kill people. And he's like, I ate her brains. And he's like, is she dead? Of course she's dead, Brian. What are you kidding me? That when he says that, I remember the first time I heard that line, I literally almost like pissed my pants. I thought that was so fucking funny. And every time I've seen it since, I laugh out loud. It's just his reaction of just like, you fucking idiot. I just told you I ate her brains. Of course she's dead. So good. And we also get some Basket Case cameos here. Now, technically, one may not be, but one definitely is. We have got the main guy from Basket Case here coming in, and he's holding the basket on the train towards the end, which is one of the coolest cameos ever, ever, ever. But before that, in the opening of the movie, we get the hooker that he meets in Basket Case. And now she looks the same. Like she has like, I think I don't know. Yeah, it's a wig, but she has like the same wig. She looks the same. She's in an apartment building, but I don't think it's the hotel from the first one. But we do see, Dwayne on a train, before this. And I take it that that could have been Dwayne's first night in the city. And the hooker from Basket Case could have been in that apartment, and then she goes and she hooks there, and sometimes she sleeps there, whatever. I'm gonna say that's the same character. If Dwayne is in this and it's set in that universe, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be the hooker as well. So I feel like we get two cameos here in this one. I love in the opening, the owners have went out and got these little cow brains, and they're trying to feed him, and then he's missing, so they're frantically looking around. That's how we get introduced back into the hooker. And they start like foaming at the mouth, which immediately tells us like, this is why you have to give in to him, because your body will start dying without it. I mean, this whole film is just a metaphor for drug use and drug addiction and everything. It takes your life away from you. You become absolutely codependent on it. You lose everything in your life because of it. You betray everyone. You let everyone down. You lose your girlfriend. You lose your family. He loses his brother and the chick he's dating. And so this, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the director either having dealt with some drug addiction himself during or, after or before this movie, who knows? Not after. Maybe this is preemptive. He was like, maybe I'm going to get into drugs, so I'll make this. No, not after. That was stupid. But yeah, and just everything goes and falls and comes undone because of the addiction to this stuff. So, I mean, it's very obvious, but I like it. It's a fun spin on it. As I said, I love this movie. Now, we find that Brian wakes up covered in blood, and he freaks out like anybody would. I would fucking freak out too, especially if it was coming from my head. I have had my fair share of blood coming out of me and not knowing it was happening. That's a story for a different day, but it's terrifying. And so we feel that when he's running around like, what the fuck, what the fuck? And then he's introduced to Elmer, and Elmer is just instantly shocking, because if you didn't know what the hell this movie was about and you threw it on randomly, I would like to see how many people like immediately shut this off, laughed out loud. We're just like, what the fuck is going on right now? I mean, you have this penis turd combo. I mean, that's basically what it looks like. It looks like a fucking turd in the shape of a penis. That's how I will describe him, and he's blue. And now I can definitely also relate heavily to the idea of, Brian feels like dog shit the whole time he's not on the drug. And, I feel like shit all the time. It's just something I deal with. And if there was some kind of thing that I could take to make me feel amazing, it would be hard to say no to it. I mean, as shitty as I feel all the time, I get it. I get that desire, but Brian fights him as hard as he can. I love that. Now, one question that I definitely have to ask here is why Elmer needs anybody. Like, why does he need Brian? It doesn't really seem like he does, because he is the one doing all the killing. It's not like Brian is strangling these people or cutting them open and feeding the brains to them or anything. And Elmer has no problem seeming to get around on his own. Like, he puts him down in the shower, and he gets loose, and he is walking through the apartment buildings and all, and he climbs through people's heads when he wants to eat, or through their mouth and eats through that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why Elmer needs anybody. Like, I don't understand that. It doesn't matter, obviously. It's just a silly movie, but I was kind of watching it being like, why does he need him? I'm confused. So I don't get it. Maybe, I don't know. He needs him to draw him a bath and seek out people. It's a big city. I mean, he could easily find water and victims. So I don't know. Maybe he has to give someone his drug, or he just likes fucking with people, or he gets off on that. I don't know. I have no idea why he could possibly need him. And I love seeing the world through Brian's eyes when he goes, and it's all psychedelic, and he's just having the greatest time. And I like the actor who does it. I think what he really does do a great job of showing us the extreme highs and the extreme lows. Like, I think his acting in this is actually fairly good. Like, when he's high and crazy, he is very much telling us, like, I am seeing a guy who is alive and loving every second of it. And when he's down, he is down. When he walks into that shower with that big buff dude, like, looks like a little freaking skinny tweaker meth addict fucking, oh my God, he looks horrible. And when he's talking with his girlfriend on the train at the end, and when he's in the room and he's detoxing and having withdrawals, and he looks fucking awful through a decent amount of this movie. So he does a good job. I actually think he gives a better performance than he would ever get credit for, but yeah, it is what it is. We get a little almost Nightmare on Elm Street part 4, 4 or 5, 4, where they look down and there's all the brains and the meatballs, and they're like pulsating, almost identical. And I like the band at Club Hell. I thought they were a pretty solid band. And I always talk about this, but I gotta kill girls that are giving people blowjobs at bars. Like, they're saints. They shouldn't be killed. God, I'm such a fucking idiot. And let's see here. Anytime I talk about this all the time too, like, why not fucking seek out people that are terrible? And Brian doesn't even really have any control over it anyways. Like, I guess that kind of just goes to the metaphor of drug use. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing when he's drugged up, and he's more willing to help out Elmer. But, like, why not try to seek out shitty people? But he can't really. He does try to seek someone out before he even uses the drug. He goes into the shower with the buff dude, and he's trying to give it to him, and he hasn't even had the drug yet. He's all fucked up, and he's actually conscious of this. So that's like one of the only times in the movie where he actually makes the conscious decision to murder somebody. But there was a couple pieces of shit in the hallway that he walks by who are like talking all this shit and punching through doors and stuff. And you're like, why not those guys? Why do you go after the nice kid reading comics on the toilet, or the gracious angel that's going to give you a blowjob at a bar, or this super nice buff dude that's in the shower that's like, you don't got to worry, man. Like, no one's going to mess with you when I'm in here. I'll protect you. Like, why are we seeking these people out? Go after pieces of shit. In a town like that, go after the drug dealer in Basket Case, or some of the assholes in that movie. Oh well. And I love that the brother starts fucking the girlfriend, another kind of forced love interest thing. But it serves its purpose here. It shows that, you know, he loses his family and people are turning on him. And I love how, you know, not only that's the final straw for him, like him having to listen to his brother friend, whoa, brother fuck his girlfriend. I was like, boyfriend and brother and whatever together. Holy shit, what the hell? If only I edited things, whatever. I love that's his final straw for him. He's just like, nope, give me the drugs. I can't take it. And then he comes out and he's like, I need you both to fucking get out of here. And they think, she's like, this isn't what it seemed. This isn't what it looks like. It's not what it looks like, really. Like, you fucked in my living room, it looks like, with me home, and you didn't think I heard you? You didn't think I was gonna catch you? Like, she did it. I mean, I think she did it, obviously, to try to get his attention, so that he would be like, oh my God, what the fuck? You know, because he wasn't talking to her, he wasn't looking at her, he wasn't anything, so. But his brother's like, you know, you disappeared. What did you think was gonna happen? And it's like, I disappeared. What I think was that you were gonna fuck my girlfriend. That's like a given. Like, if I disappear for a little bit, you're just 100% sure gonna fuck my girlfriend. That's an awesome brother right there. But he still cares about them. Like, it's not like he has that happen and he wants vengeance. Because in a lot of these movies, that's what happens. Like, once they cheat or whatever, they're like, I want him to die, which is an insane reaction to someone cheating on you. I mean, yes, I understand being mad, but wanting them dead is a stretch. But I like that he's actually like, no, stay away. And then the girlfriend pursues and puts him on, you know, beats him on the train, and boom, he kills her, which I wasn't actually expecting, you know, the first time. I was like, no, he's going to save her somehow. Nope. That, when the Elmer keeps coming out of his mouth, though, that animation or whatever, it's bad, super bad choice. And yeah, and then we get the strangling of Elmer, and it like shoots all the fucking drugs in his body onto his brain, and his brain opens up and it's like flashing shit out of his head. I don't know what that is. It's the ultimate high, I guess. Reminds me of like in SLC Punk when Devon Sawa's character just does too much acid and he's just fucking gone. His head is history. But yeah, silly ending. Great movie. That little Elmer makes the whole movie so fun. Anyway, fans of this movie? Yep, probably. Lots of people love this movie, right? Anyway, guys, all right, I will do Basket Case 3 tomorrow. off to play Sea of Thieves on Xbox One. If you haven't played that yet, the game's fucking awesome. So I'm going to do that. Adios.